back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our major stories. Governors of Southeast states resolved to engage federal government on the continued detention of self-proclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Kogi State High Court sentences ritualist to death by hanging for the murder of two brothers over a year ago. Deadly Lassa fever rears its head in Kogi State again, one case recorded. And over 1,000 soldiers and police in Colombia conduct rescue operations after landslide kills more than 200 people in Putumayo province. Well, for more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Well, let's go over to some of the eyewitness photos you sent in. We begin our first with this picture, which shows a building in a state of disrepair in Oluwo Amoju area of Igbobo, Lagos. Our eyewitness says unless something was done fast, this may likely become a death trap to residents. Next is this photo of some residents of Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Ilorin, fetching water from a burst pipe in a gutter. Our eyewitness wants the government to please provide them with boreholes. What our eyewitness terms a dying heritage is depicted in this photo, showing relics of an old Portuguese building in Forcados. He says coastal erosion is a major threat to the community and would want the government to save them. Well, lastly is this photo of an alleged protest by residents of Aja over the planned relocation of the motor park by the Lagos state government. Our eyewitness says this will affect over 20 communities if affected and are pleading that the Lagos state government rescinds that decision. Well, many thanks for sending in the pictures and would like that you keep them coming. The leadership of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC has weighed in on the face-off between the Senate and the executive in the bid to putting an end to the lingering crisis. The party's leadership, after its National Working Committee meeting, resolved to meet with the Senate caucus on Tuesday. The APC spokesperson, Bolaji Abdullahi, says the party considers the committee headed by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, as a step in the right direction, as it demonstrates President Buhari's recognition of the importance of the legislative institution in a democracy. The party has therefore warned its members against utterances capable of worsening the situation, vowing to take appropriate actions against any member working to jeopardize the peace moves. Well, as part of its infrastructure data collation nationwide, the National Economic Council has started monitoring and evaluating capital projects under the Infrastructural Development Fund to Benue State and 5 other pilot states. While the 10-kilometer Oshigbudu-Ogba-Gaji Road has been completed, work is still ongoing at the Mobile Barracks Road. The Director of Special Duties, Ministry of Budget and National Planning, Balaji Saadu, says the projects will be completed in stipulated time.
Our team from the National Economic Council is in Benue State to assess infrastructural development in communities, including Agatu. While the battle to restore normalcy to the conflict-ravaged area continues, the challenge of poor road network is one they have for years sought to overcome.
Our things in the market, we hardly find people to come and buy it from us. But because of this road now, before you know, anything goes to the market has got finished.
To be precisely 76, 77. I left here to go to Tukpo. From where we are staying, from here to Tukpo, it took me 3 days. And today, from Tukpo to this place we are talking about, it's just an hour journey.
Economic activities have been the worst for it, in spite of the agricultural prowess of the people, a situation the present administration seeks to reverse by fixing the 10 kilometers Oshibudu-Obagaji road.
I can assure you that it's not only in rural electrification, rural roads. There is so much being done in rural electrification and all the other areas, because the state is thinking of diversification.
The federal government team, after inspecting some of the ongoing projects, including the 3.1 billion naira mobile barracks road, is optimistic that the result will be good.
We visited 2 projects. This is the 3rd one. We're related to road construction. I'm quite impressed, and I believe very soon the project will be completed.
As Benway focuses on changing the face of the state, sustenance of project implementation alongside the maintenance of existing infrastructure are vital requirements towards actualizing this goal.
Cases of building collapses remained a source of worry to the members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. During the week, they resolved to dismiss any of its members linked to any building collapse in the country, just as they also promised to crack down on quakes in the industry.
A primary prerequisite of construction is safety, and when that is in question, it can lead to building collapse. In 2013, 10 school children lost their lives when a 2-story primary and secondary school building collapsed in Jos, Plateau State. Over 116 people died when a 6-story church guest house collapsed in Lagos. In 2016, the collapse of a 5-story building under construction led to over 34 people losing their lives. At this lecture in Lagos by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, experts speak on the issue.
When a building collapses, the next person they call is engineer. But some of these buildings, they have no input of engineers. When engineers give professional advice, they will not take it. They will prefer to do short corner, especially the contractors, so that they can make a lot of gain from the work.
If you look at the building industry, 70% of those who are involved in building, they are quacks. And it is high time the engineering body, I know they've been doing so much, a lot of advocacy, talking to federal government to ensure that we regulate that industry.
The guest speaker later highlighted the points of his presentation.
It is at times like this that organizations may appreciate the value of engaging professional engineers to manage their critical equipment and infrastructure for efficient, reliable, and productive enterprise. From my experience, the following solutions have helped in sustaining stability in private sector business enterprises. The first one is developing effective and more valuable supplier partnership.
To provide early warning, documented signs of imminent building collapse include major cracks in the wall, gaps between floors, deteriorating support structure, creaking and popping sounds in a building, mold and water stains on walls, and collapsing ceilings. In February, the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, called for adherence to professional ethics at a public hearing by the Senate Committee on Land, Housing and Urban Development, a call that must be heeded.
Okay, come on, lay your position.
Let's take you to Katsina State, where water supply may soon improve following the state government's efforts at rehabilitating the Ajua water treatment plant and dam. The dam, which was built some 40 years ago, has been comatose, but the rehabilitation project is expected to see the capacity of the dam increase by 40 million litres.
The Ajua Dam, commissioned in 1974 with a capacity to deliver 20 million litres of water to Katsina town and its environs, is getting a facelift. Located in the north-central part of Katsina, the dam contributes most of the water consumed across the state. The rehabilitation work at the plant would replace old equipment, and the laying of new pipes would equally increase the capacity of the plant.
The dam will be restored to its original capacity, because for the spillway, we will not touch the spillway, but for the only to reinforce the structure of the dams.
2 billion naira has been spent on the project so far, which is about 50% complete. The state government sees the rehabilitation work as pivotal to other projects in the state.
This, if there is water, education, industry, health, agriculture will be improved. Without water, children must go and fetch water, so the question of going to school is not there. But if parents, teachers, and students can fetch water within a short distance, this can be done and they will attend school.
Already, the rehabilitation work is engaging young people in the community, and the residents are hoping that more youths will be engaged when the project is completed by the end of 2017, which is aside from addressing the water challenge in the community.
People in Katsina State used to face severe water scarcity before the coming of this administration. But there is so much work going on in that sector at the moment. We hope to get sufficient potable water very soon.
The rehabilitation project will also include the staff quarters, the dam pipelines, and the water treatment plant.
The governor of Enugu State, Mr. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, has called for a sustained momentum of efforts to truly diversify Nigeria's economy. Mr. Ugwuanyi, who visited the ongoing Enugu International Trade Fair alongside other senior government officials, also used the occasion to canvass for the promotion of SMEs across the country.
The 28th Enugu International Trade Fair is on in Enugu State. This year's has caught the attention of state executive members and a senior officer of the National Assembly. Wondering the connection? Well, small and medium-scale enterprise is in focus, and of particular interest is the contribution they make to national economy, which some people are not aware of.
I would like to commend the current effort of the federal government to reposition the nation's economy, more especially through the measures being taken to transform the agricultural and solid mineral sectors into viable alternatives to the oil sector and a major source of income for nations.
Private sector development should be government priority because of its inability to engender sustainable poverty reduction through economic growth and job creation, without which Nigeria's attainment of inclusive and sustainable development will remain a pipe dream.
Promoting Nigeria's industrial sector and SMEs for inclusive and robust economy is the theme for this year's fair, and this gathering will be looking to promote that.
We expect that the era of long-term funding will be here soon. For long, funding mismatch has been the bane of the real sector of our economy. Using short-term funds to finance long-term projects is a disaster any day, any time. It's of essence that policies of government in this direction, especially as it affects credit to SMEs, should be made to work better by using the business associations as buffer for our members that are genuinely in need of credit facilities to expand their business operations.
Beyond sales and profit that most definitely will be recorded at this fair, a more strategic national structure to capture and grow the SME niche market will be a huge step for a sustainable economic growth.
When the news at 10 returns, our community report tonight focuses on Awo Idemili, a community in Imo State with a thriving basket weaving industry, but lacking basic infrastructure. Join us again.